Alright, folks, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't a, ultra horrible episode of Impact, but it wasn't that good. Yeah, let me just get into it right here. There's no need for introductions. Start off with Hogan. Every show, by law, has to start off with Hogan. They can't start off with a match. It's got to start off with Hogan. Hogan, Hogan, Hogan. Seriously, does anybody give a fuck about Hogan anymore? I know that they say that Spike TV, they want legends on, but they say they want legends. I don't think there's anything in the TV contract that says that he has to open every single fucking show. I could say it's getting old, but I mean that wouldn't even be doing it justice. I mean it's the same shit every week. Set up the main event. This is so nonsensical. He calls out everybody in the Bound for Glory series. For some reason Bobby Roode. I understand Jeff because he won the Bound for Glory series is already gets a buy and is allowed to get into it. Just by their logic and everything. I'm just saying, not like I'm really fucking upset about this. I could really give a shit less. I mean, really, I couldn't give a shit less. But so that makes sense because he won 2012. But Bobby Roode won 2011, more than 2 years ago, and somehow he gets a bye. He's been in the tag division for a whole fucking year, and somehow he's allowed to just waltz into this tournament. Does that make any sense? I mean, I'm talking from a TNA perspective here. Let's have a big important tournament, and then just give a guy a free pass because he won it 2 years ago. That makes no sense. It's like the same thing like King of the Ring. If they would just allow somebody to get into the finals of King of the Ring just because he won it like 3 years ago, makes no fucking sense. Not one bit of fucking sense. So we got ourselves Roode and Jeff Hardy in the main event. Nothing was accomplished here. It was pretty boring. Daniels trying to be funny here, succeeding, mildly. He is very entertaining, but there's only so much that the man can do in a little like tight spot like this. A tight spot with a fucking 60-year-old man just drawing away for no reason at all. The first match is Mr. Anderson, and he defeats Joseph Park. What a fucking bad match this was. Joseph Park, I don't know if it's supposed to be his character that he's wrestling clumsy like this, or it's just that he's just a fat fuck, basically. But whatever it is, it's not working. So, you could, you could come and you could judge me and you could curse me out on the comment board saying, oh, you're supposed to wrestle like that. You can say what you want, but the fact of the matter is, this is the match, and it was a bad match. It looked very, very bad. There was no flow, no nothing to this match, just plain fucking garbage. And the fact that a guy like Mr. Anderson needs help to win in a match like this is just embarrassing for him. Then you've got Austin Aries defeating Jay Bradley. Jay Bradley, once again, this is Ryan Braddock from WWE. Lasted 2 minutes. WWE hired him. Then they realized they made a mistake about 2 minutes into them hiring him, and he was released. Now he's here. No charisma, no nothing. Doesn't even have an interesting look or anything. Just a bland guy. Tall but boring. A decent match with Austin Aries because it was Austin Aries, and this is pretty much, one of the best guys they got. One of the best guys they got by far. I mean, and he's being wasted in a match like this. Why is Jay Bradley in this tournament? This is supposed to be the best of the best in TNA, and somehow Jay Bradley, this rookie upstart's allowed in. Well, how are they supposed to build new guys, Brad? I don't give a shit about them building new guys. If they got guys in this tournament who are not over, have no charisma, and really no wrestling ability to speak of, I mean, he didn't botch or anything, but seriously, it shouldn't be in this tournament. Why have useless talent like this laying around? It doesn't make sense. It's counterproductive. Yeah, it's young guys, but I'm all for that. But they got to bring something interesting to the table first of all, and nothing interesting, but decent. It was back and forth. Aries thankfully won. Then you've got yourselves Christopher Daniels defeating Hernandez. This was short, and I'm not really buying that Daniels can defeat someone the size of Hernandez that easily. Yeah, are you fucking serious? There's no fucking way a guy like Daniels that size can defeat somebody half that he's half the size of. That makes no sense. I mean, it should be a hard-fought victory, if anything. He should have had Kaz interfere or something, but it really makes no sense here. And he beats him basically with the moonsault. Yeah, it might be the best moonsault ever, but I don't think that should be enough to beat a guy who's like 6'6" and 300 pounds and all jacked up. Then you've got Magnus defeating Kaz, and this is wrong. A guy like Kaz is too talented to be jobbing out to a plain old fucking guy like Magnus. Magnus is boring. Once again, a lot like Jay Bradley. A lot like Jay Bradley. Even sort of looks like Jay Bradley in a way. Maybe not look exactly, but it's the same type of thing. Tall guy, decent build, barely has any fucking moves in the moveset. No charisma, no nothing. And yeah, no charisma. Kaz is getting on there saying that Dixie Carter said that he was cute. Where? Where did she say that? On Twitter? There's not even a source given. No interview or anything. There's some romance brewing. I don't know. I don't care, but it's being spoken about. And, I don't even know where this was said and where he's getting this from. I don't know. They're all up with their social media, but no one is looking at their social media. You could go on, you could see on Twitter that, nobody, even the big face of the company, AJ Styles or whoever the fuck it's supposed to be now, doesn't even have that many Twitter followers. Nobody at all. So this is basically a waste of time to talk about stuff. If it even was said on Twitter, I don't even know where this was said. And Magnus beats him with the Texas Cloverleaf, and this matchup was boring because Magnus did nothing but clotheslines, basically. This is when you have an untalented motherfucker. A lot like Randy Orton. Yeah, a lot like Randy Orton, as a matter of fact. Looks like Jay Bradley wrestles like Randy Orton. Just nothing but those, momentum-building clotheslines. A clothesline, the guy gets right back up, clotheslines him again. Then another clothesline. It's like enough of the clotheslines already. Is that the only fucking move he knows how to do? Is a fucking clothesline? I praised the guy's match at Turning Point last year because he was facing Samoa Joe. He did a good job in that feud, but now there's nothing left to say positive about him. I mean, I know people will rush to his defense. Hulk Hogan seems to think that this guy is over and that he's great. But, the guy doesn't really get much of a reaction when he comes out. And, I don't see anything special about him. A guy who does nothing but clotheslines. Oh, he's good looking. He's got those good looks. They're trying to make him, they talk about how good looking he is. I understand that. That's good for a female audience. But, most of the people who do watch wrestling are men. So it's kind of more important to be a good wrestler than a looker, I would say. And it kind of sounded a little bit gay, especially with Mike Tenay constantly talking about his looks. Oh, he's a pretty good looking guy. He's really over because he's got them good. It's like enough already. Okay, so, I understand. Mike Tenay, you think he's a big, sexy man. Okay, then why don't you ask him out on a date? I mean, come on. Enough with this. He looks good and everything. It's fucking wrestling. Everybody likes to say that they love TNA over WWE because it's all about wrestling. But they ain't no. Now they're talking about fucking how good looking he is. And this is not a way to get somebody over. It's a way to make TNA into a gay promotion, basically. Before you know it, Glad's gonna be supporting them, and the whole thing's gonna go to shit, basically. Then backstage, you got this pathetic moment. You got Hogan. He grabs Bully Ray by the collar, and he's pushing him against the wall in slow motion. How slow was Hulk Hogan in this segment? Didn't even seem into it. No emotion from either guy. Then Bully Ray starts talking to him really slow. And then lets them go, and then they just part. They go their separate ways. I'm like, is this even supposed to be believable? I can't blame it sometimes when people, say to me as a wrestling fan, you got to stop watching that because that shit looks so fake. That shit's so fake. Yeah, when it comes to shit like that, I can't really blame him because that shit look fucking fake. Look fucking fake as shit. First of all, how is he even going to push a guy the size of Bully Ray against the wall like that and move him in slow motion, then let him go just because he starts talking to him softly like he's talking to a baby or something in that type of voice, like a lullaby type of voice? I don't understand this. It was a fucking dumb segment, and I know it was like only 2 minutes, but it felt a lot longer. It was completely abysmal. And it ain't enough that you got one Hogan. You got two Hogans on this show. So, lo and behold, next out is Brooke Hogan. And what follows is by far one of the worst segments in the history of this show. And that ain't hyperbole. I ain't exaggerating at all. This fucking sucked. This was fucking stupid. This was fucking retarded out the fucking ass. It really was. Brooke Hogan talking for 15 minutes. Mickey James joined on about nothing. It wasn't about anything. Eric Young is there because, he's still Knockouts tag champion. This is a running gag, but it ain't even funny. It's kind of sad that there's belts that ain't being defended because there ain't enough talent to defend them against. And, you've just got Brooke Hogan just jawing on and on. Eric Young is like, 6 feet tall. And still, it looks like Brooke Hogan's his mom, so much taller than him. It's like a fucking freak show. A fucking giraffe in the fucking ring. Like Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us basically talking right here. Brooke Hogan looked like a fucking freak show. Belongs in a fucking circus. Especially with all that makeup looking like a fucking clown. A fucking giraffe clown, basically. That's what Brooke Hogan is. A fucking giraffe fucking clown. And just talking about nonsense for 15 straight minutes. And we're going to get ourselves a ladder match. Which is okay. This is all right. I mean, I'm somewhat looking forward to a women's ladder match. I don't remember the last time we had one of those, but it's okay. An okay match, but I'm not like super excited about it. And the thing is, I found out about this. The Destination X is actually going to be a free pay-per-view. They are airing the shit on Spike. Now you know that TNA is fucking finished already. Fucking finished. Their fucking pay-per-view is for free! When's the last time that a wrestling promotion has put out a pay-per-view for free? Not even Ring of Honor does that. Because even Ring of Honor makes money off of their pay-per-views. Maybe not a substantial amount, but they sure as hell are making more than TNA. I think with the pay-per-view buy rates, I think they have a stronger fan base that consistently orders their pay-per-views. I don't know. They charge more for them, so they're probably making more money. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ring of Honor does better buy rates. But anyway, whatever that is, I'm probably wrong about that, but it's got to be said that it's pathetic that TNA not only had to cut half, like 3/4 of their pay-per-views basically, and now they have to offer them for free. I mean, this is probably not the only one that's going to be for free. I just completely, and they didn't even make a big deal out of it, which shows that they don't even seem like they're interested in this pay-per-view succeeding. This is like a milestone. The first time in like, I don't know how long that they've had a big major card like this for free since like Clash of the Champions in WCW. That was for free. But this is just insane. They're going to offer up a free pay-per-view. This is how lousy they're doing. So all defenders, just look at this. How do you defend a free pay-per-view? And you're going to be like, hey, Brett, why are you complaining? You watch the show anyway. I'm sure you're going to watch that free pay-per-view. I guess I will, and I probably will review it. But the thing is, it's like on their part. You know, everybody wants to say that this is the company that's eventually going to take on WWE, and I don't know, 3020 or something. So, you know, we got that to look forward to. In 1,000 years, they will fucking be somewhat of competition for WWE. Let's be fucking honest. We all know this company ain't going to last another 5 years. Probably even less than that. They're fucking falling apart here. They have to offer up free pay-per-views. It's pathetic already. Then you got AJ and Joe, and they wrestled to a draw. And this was actually not a great match, but a good one. I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the MMA style that they had. Actually, it was very good, actually. You know, it was very good. I liked the way they were wrestling. You had some good counters, a lot of like striking, and it was just very MMA-ish. They were going for that style, and they succeeded. It's good. It's something that, you know, I'm going to get the TNA fans on my side here for 1 second. Watch this. It's something that WWE doesn't do. You can't see anything like this anywhere on WWE with the MMA style. Daniel Bryan does it a little bit, but not as much as this. And it was good. Problem, though, why was Christy Hemme counting down and telling us how many minutes were left in this match? You knew the minute she said 5 minutes left in this match, and they said at the beginning of the show, oh, if it's a draw, it's 2 points. So you knew for a fact that it was going to happen eventually. And I think it did happen last year at one point with this this time limit draw. I don't remember the last time a wrestling match has concluded in a time limit draw. And the fact that they made it so damn obvious by announcing it, it would have been more effective if they just let time run out. But then again, I was curious to see, was this even 15 minutes? No, it was not. I went to PW Torch and I checked out where they clocked the matches. It was roughly 13 minutes. 13 minutes and 6 seconds. I checked that shit. I knew for a fact it didn't feel like 13 minutes, even with the commercial. I watched it on YouTube, but I could even tell when it came back. That wasn't no fucking 15 minutes. It was less than that. So, not only that, but they made it so predictable, giving away the ending. Because you knew the minute she said that is exactly the finish that they were going for. And that kind of affected the quality of the match for me a little bit. You know, but it was good, I guess. And since I'm struggling to find things that are good with TNA, that was one of them. Then is Jeff Hardy defeating Bobby Roode in what was another pretty good match. You know, some good counters and everything, and really no complaints on this match. I mean, I thought it was good. A good match. Really solid stuff there. Jeff Hardy always showing, you know, but this is the thing. And this is where I'm going to lose the TNA fans. Example here. Jeff Hardy in this company is pretty fucking lame. Comes out to a beyond awful theme song. You know, it's awful. The theme song is just, I don't know. It sounds like a fucking crack addict if he was trying to sing, basically. Sounds like some drunk trying to do karaoke at a bar. I think that's more accurate. That's a more accurate metaphor. Drunken buffoon at a bar trying to sing karaoke. That's what his song is. And it's actually Jeff Hardy singing it. Probably sung it when he was shooting up heroin. They probably just saved it till he got clean and then started playing it. Not only that, but the thing is, he's there, he's calling everybody creatures, they're making him paint eyeballs on his eyelids. It's lame. And I know Jeff Hardy went a little overboard with the face paint when he was leaving WWE, but now he's practically drenched in it. Yeah, and they're just making him silly. He's not really going anywhere at the moment since he left. Since he left for a little bit after he lost the title to Bully Ray. And basically, the thing is he would do better in WWE. They would do the same thing if he returned. They would play a video package. Everybody would go fucking nuts. There'd be thousands of rumors about who's he going to wrestle for the current roster. Dream matches would be made and shit like that. And that's stuff that you just don't see in TNA. People are not excited about Jeff Hardy being in TNA. Same thing when RVD was there. No one gave a fuck. Now, he's coming to WWE and everybody is going nuts. It's just a fact. Just a fact. In fact, he was about to leave and go back to WWE if it wasn't for them recording his shitty album. They had to lie to Jeff and say he's a good singer. Oh, Jeff, you're a great singer. They had to lie, basically, and say that he was worthy of an album. He's a fucking horrible singer. He really is. Listen to that fucking theme song! Anyway, they wrap up this show with Sting coming out, and my worst nightmare has come true. The Main Event Mafia is back. It's Sting, and now Kurt Angle is there. Bully Ray and Sting facing off, and Bully Ray's acting all scared of the 50-year-old man backing up. Kurt Angle attacks him. Guys, this was the reason why I stopped watching TNA in 2008, and I didn't really start watching it again until somewhat I watched for a little bit in 2010 and then stopped again. The show with the Main Event Mafia is going to be the death of it. These guys, what are they doing with Kurt Angle? The guy, yes, is getting older, but he wrestles some of the best matches that the company has right now. And they're just going to put him in some old fucking faction. Just let him go to WWE already, please. And let him wrestle a limited schedule. They will use him 10 times better. And once again, just like RVD, there will be hype. He will have his original music. People will go apeshit when they see the video package being played. Oh my God, it would be more beneficial to his career, and he could save some of his integrity, for God fucking sakes. So overall, 2 good matches on this show. Austin Aries' match wasn't bad. The segments were awful. So I'm just going to say that this show was okay. At times it was unbearable. At times it was good. But overall, TNA is in a lot of fucking trouble. Because now they're offering their pay-per-views for free. And the reason why one of the biggest wrestling fans ever, stopped watching this promotion is back. And it was the reason why a lot of people turned away and got turned off from TNA. Because of the Main Event Mafia. Man. I don't know. This company is just running in circles. They take a step forward. They take 2 giant leaps back. I don't know. Just, seriously, fuck this promotion. Just fuck it. I know it wasn't a horrible show. But the thing is, it's the segments, it's so fucking cheesy. It's not good. Let's just face facts already. Let's stop lying already. WWE might not be great, but it is better and has more of a future and has things to look forward to. And they don't have to stoop so low as making their pay-per-views for free. Alright? Okay.